Welcome back to What You Want to Get Which You Want. Today we are diving deep into two popular architecture style, service-oriented architecture and microservices, and exploring them through real-world examples. Whether you are building enterprise system or dynamic consumer app, understanding these approaches will help you choose the right strategy for your project. Let's get started. Let's begin with service-oriented architecture or SOA. In SOA, your application is constructed as a collection of services that communicate over a network. These services often share common protocol like SOAP or REST and are managed via a centralized system such as an enterprise service bus (ESB). Consider a large banking system. In such an environment, services like account management, transaction processing, and loan application are built as separate units. They communicate through an ESB that ensures standardized messaging and interoperability across departments. This centralized control is ideal for legacy enterprises that require robust integration across diverse systems. Now let's shift our focus to microservices architecture. Unlike SOA, microservices break down your application into smaller independent services that focus on single business capabilities. Each service can be developed, deployed, and scaled independently using lightweight protocols such as HTTP, REST, or messaging queues. Take Netflix as prime example. Instead of having a single unified system, Netflix has multiple microservices handling different functionalities, streaming, recommendation, billing, and user profiles. This decentralized approach allows each service to scale independently based on demand. For instance, during peak viewing time, the streaming service can scale up without affecting the recommendation engine. Although both SOA and microservices aim to modularize complex systems, they differ in several key ways. Let's compare them side by side with real-world examples. Granularity. SOA services tend to be larger. For example, a large retail bank may have an SOA where one service handles all customer-related transactions. Microservices focus on small, single-purpose services. In an online streaming service like Netflix, each microservice's user authentication, video encoding has a narrowly defined function. Communication. SOA often relies on behavior protocol like SOAP and centralized ESB. For example, many government or legacy enterprise systems use SOA for secure standardized communication between departments. In microservices, uses lightweight decentralized communication such as REST or messaging queues. For example, Uber microservices architecture uses lightweight API to manage real-time ride matching payment and notification, deployment, and scalability. For SOA, it tends to involve a more centralized infrastructure, making independent scaling of services more challenging. For microservices designed for independent deployment and scaling, each service can be scaled based on its own performance matrices. Let's quickly run through the pros and cons of each approach with an additional real-world context. For SOA, advantages interoperability. It is ideal for integrating diverse enterprise systems. Like many large insurance companies use SOA to connect legacy systems with modern applications. Reusability. Services can be reused across multiple applications. Let's explore their disadvantages. Complexity and overhead. Centralized management like an ESB can become a bottleneck. For example, some multinational corporations have struggled with performance issues due to heavy reliance on an ESB. For microservices, scalability is a plus point. Each service scales independently. For example, during major events like new session releases, streaming platform can allocate extra resources especially to the streaming services. Resilience. Failure is one service doesn't cripple the entire system. Let's dive their disadvantages. Operational complexity. Managing and monitoring numerous services require advanced DevOps practices. For example, companies like Uber invest heavily in orchestration tool to manage their vast microservices ecosystem. Data consistency challenges. Decentralized data can lead to challenges in ensuring consistency across services. To sum up, both SOA and microservices have their unique strengths and challenges. SOA is well suited for enterprise needing standardized integrated solution, while microservices offer unmatched flexibility and scalability for modern dynamic application. Which architecture do you think fits your project best? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit the like button, subscribe to what you want, and click the bell icon to stay updated on our future videos. In our next video, we will exploring design principle and best practices in software architecture, including the solid principles. So stay tuned. Thank you.